What happens when one of Hollywood's most humble stars walks into the stronghold of daytime drama and refuses to be steamrolled? What unfolded next wasn't just another tense celebrity interview. It was Mark Wahlberg calmly dismantling Joy Behar's narrative in front of millions, leaving her stunned and scrambling to recover. The tension was already thick when Mark Wahlberg stepped onto The View set. Joy Behar had been taking jabs at him during the opening segment, making sly remarks about his past and faith. She had clearly prepared to go on the offensive, digging into old controversies and political views she didn't agree with. But what she didn't expect was a guest who wouldn't flinch under pressure. Mark settled into his chair, his demeanor calm and composed. Joy leaned in with a smirk. "So, Mark," she began, "you've been open about your Christian faith lately. But considering your past, don't you think that's a bit hypocritical?" Even the other hosts shifted uneasily. Joy had come out swinging. Mark didn't flinch. "The beauty of faith is that it's about redemption. I've made mistakes, sure, but I've also grown. My faith pushes me to be better every day." Joy pressed on. "But your timing seems awfully convenient. A few bumps in your career and suddenly you find religion?" Mark's jaw tightened. "Actually, I found God long before any career struggles. And even if I hadn't, what's wrong with seeking something bigger? During hard times? Isn't that what most people do?" Joy wasn't done. "You've made a living playing violent roles. And now you expect us to believe you're this peaceful, religious man?" Mark nodded. "I think you're asking the wrong question. It's not about which version of me you believe. It's about why you don't seem to believe people can change. Why does the idea of redemption bother you?" Joy raised her eyebrows. "I'm not against redemption. I'm against phoniness. And I'm against the idea that people should be trapped in their worst mistakes forever," Mark countered. "Everyone has a past. The difference is mine gets broadcast." The studio fell silent. "There's a line between accountability and public shaming," Mark added. "You blur that line. Accountability is about growth. Shaming is about control. What do you think you're doing right now?" Joy's cheeks flushed. "I'm just doing my job, asking tough questions." "No," Mark said calmly. "You're doing what you always do, trying to tear someone down for good ratings. But I'm not here to play along." Trying a different approach, Joy said, "Let's talk politics. You've supported candidates many people find troubling. How do you reconcile that with your Christian image?" Mark smirked. "There it is." "There's what?" Joy asked sharply. "The moment the real Joy Behar shows up," Mark replied. "The one who assumes anyone with different political views is immoral." "When did political disagreement become a flaw in character?" "I didn't say that." "You didn't need to. Your tone made it clear. To you, if someone doesn't see the world your way, they're either dumb, evil, or fake. No room for nuance." The other hosts looked increasingly uncomfortable. "I respect different views," Joy said. Mark chuckled. "In 10 minutes, you've questioned my faith, my sincerity, my morals, and my intelligence. If that's how you treat people you respect, I'd hate to see how you treat your opponents." "You're being too sensitive," Joy said. "Am I? Let me ask you, when was the last time you treated a conservative guest with the same respect as a liberal one?" Joy hesitated. "Can you name one?" Mark asked. "I treat all my guests fairly." "Do you, though? From here, it looks like you've got 2 playbooks, one for allies and one for opponents." Joy looked to her co-hosts, but none jumped in. "You didn't ask about my faith. You questioned it. You didn't ask about my politics. You labeled them. You don't want a discussion. You want a fight." Joy's voice wavered. "You're reading too much into this. Or maybe you're just so used to doing this that you don't realize anymore. Tell me, Joy, do you like having guests who disagree with you? Or do you just like making them uncomfortable?" Joy blinked, visibly shaken. "I like challenging people," she said. "There's a difference between challenging and attacking." Mark replied, voice softening. "Tonight, when the cameras are off, ask yourself something. Not as a host, but as a person. Are you proud of who you were today?" Joy's eyes glistened. A tear slid down her cheek. "I forgive you," Mark said gently, "for the ambush, for the judgment. Because I know hurt people, and I hope someday you can forgive yourself too for becoming someone you never meant to be. He stood, straightened his jacket, and looked out at the audience. To everyone watching, remember, behind every headline is a person trying their best. Maybe we should all act like it. He walked off. No one said a word. The air was heavy with the truth he'd just left behind. As Mark walked off, the silence that followed said everything. This wasn't just a viral moment. It was a reminder. No matter how public the stage, we're all human beings trying to grow. And maybe it's time we treat each other that way.